And is it live? It looks like it's live. Maybe. Let's see here. Oh, it's live. It's live. Excellent. It has gone live. Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to my stream. This is my first attempt at streaming on this server. This is the Performium and Skyblock network, Duck SMP, and you can follow the link to join the server down in the description. I hope I got that set up right, but you can see the link up at the top if you want to join. I am playing on Duck SMP, and I am working on clearing out a large bit of ocean. I'll give you a quick once around. We meaning myself and little Cuddles, have been doing quite a lot of ocean draining. Thankfully, we've gotten our hands on a number of sponges to help with that. This would be much more tedious without the sponges. And there's Cuddles, placing the walls. And there's sponges cooking, which is why I'm not doing any sponge placing yet. So let me see here. I am going to check on something real quick. I have that, and that should be this, and that should go over there, and put that there. Yes? Did that work? That did not work. Let's try this again. That worked. Okay. So, I am, like I said, experimenting with getting some streaming going on here, and some of that is going to entail deciding what to do as far as the bells and whistles that are typically involved with streaming. I have not really been privy to all the back end stuff, and so I don't know what best music to use. Obviously, the royalty free stuff and all that, and make sure that it's announced. Let's get rid of these noisy things. The one downside to clearing out a large area of ocean is all of the slimes that become friends. Let's get rid of you guys. Okay. So, let's go back over here. This is, oh, it's a lot of sponges, or slimes. this is the area where I have set up for building my volcano, and this central area is already marked off for that purpose. Above the volcano is going to be a huge billowing cloud, as well as underneath this great big square, there's going to be just a darkroom mob spawning area because everywhere else around it is going to be free of mobs. So literally the only place that mobs can spawn is in here. And then on top of everything else is the map for my Thorn of Night thing. And to demonstrate this, it is an ambigram, which means it says and reads the exact same in this direction as it does in this direction. That is an ambigram, and I had a fun time designing that, but right now I have a different project, and that is clearing the ocean. So I'm not going to be playing music like I would be because I understand that that would come through in the stream, so I'm not going to risk anything like that. Oh, I need torches. That's what I need. Are there torches here? There are some. There are no torches there. Let's go get some torches. Yeah, normally I would be playing music while I'm doing this because this is going to be probably just a whole bunch of hours of just mindlessly, well, I don't need a whole stack, I suppose, mindlessly uh, placing sand, placing sponges, breaking sponges, and ultimately clearing out the ocean. Home volcano. And I need to go this direction. But the idea here is there's going to be a great big volcano with a giant dragon skull on it, and the volcano is going to be in the process of erupting. At the base of the volcano is going to be what was an underwater science lab, and inside are going to be, I don't know, various chambers where some experiments are going to be being performed on parts of dragons and things like that. But around the volcano, because it is erupting, are going to be all these fissures and rifts that are also going to be spewing out lava and stuff. And then all the way around the entire place is a giant ring of a tsunami wave that is over 700 blocks across. And I'll come in here. Wave comes up and over, and here's the foam. It's crashing down, and it is implied that it's going to go that way. But this is all full of water, and instead of it being full of water, we are clearing it out to make way for not only the custom erupting volcano biome I'm going to be building, but also to make it so that the tsunami looks more like a wave. So let's go over here. 700 blocks is a lot, even when you're flying. And this is the wave. This is going to be, excuse me, the back end. I want to do the center block. Good. And there we go. The wave is going to have the back end be water to disguise the fact that it's all the glass and then the stone and stuff. It will be slightly more obscured because the water isn't all that clear, unless I suppose you have some sort of shaders or whatever. But then the water will stop here, and the rest of this crater will go down and be transformed into, like I said, the erupting fissure. And this is going to be cleared out, this top layer, all the way around the entire tsunami, so that the wave looks like it starts way back there and it's just pushing out this way in a great big wall of water. So that is the plan for that. But before that can happen, this needs to get all dug out all the way around. And before that can happen, all of the water needs to be removed. And Cuddles is over here helping with that. Somewhere. Oh, it looks like she's clearing pillars of sand. She's doing what I was about to do. Alright, I'll start over on the end by the furnaces and clear out some more sand. Because it looks like the sponges are still cooking and drying. Best way to clear out the sand, and the reason for using the sand, lots of torches. Did I come over with... Nah, I don't have a bunch of junk. I have some stuff. So, Cuddles, since you are actually watching while showing up in the video, how is it looking? I fear that if I were to try to monitor it and see if it starts tanking or anything like that, it would cause everything to tank because my network is rubbish. How do I have more torches? Oh, because torches get put on top of the wall. That's right. That's fine. It's likely just going to be you watching, but I made it public to test that aspect of it, and also to, you know, get past the anxiety of doing a public stream. Because believe it or not, I have anxiety. I need to offload sand before I fill up all the way. I'll probably just do this for a few hours, and then I might transition over to another game. Me? Anxiety? No. I don't overthink anything ever at all. I am never guilty of overthinking. Oops. I don't worry about anything. I fly by the seat of my pants. Honestly, anything that I consider spontaneous that I've done probably still looks to an outside person like I'm just winging things, so... I said that wrong. It doesn't look like I'm winging things. It looks like I am researched and I have at least some idea of what I'm going to do rather than just going into something blind. Couldn't tell from me talking though. I'm not distracted. Alright, so that's where the water starts, so no more digging the sand. And put another chest or another shulker down. And now I'll do this. And I'll just carry like half a stack of torches. That should be fine. So what have we got here? Sponges, lots of sponges. Now, I do want to make sure that that row is all done before I start the next. Why is there a chest here, or a shulker here? Oh, from the back end, the bottom stone. I see. That makes sense. Okay. What? Oh. Oh. I see. You claimed that and then trusted me. Good call. Good idea. Very smart. SMRT. So anyone who does watch this and is astute enough to notice, there are not typically seagulls in Minecraft. This is one of a number of mods that I have for ambient background noises. And ultimately I tried to make the game feel more, I guess, alive. So I have crickets at night and ocean breezes and birds of different types. Over the ocean it's seagulls, over some parts of land it's owls, and then other kinds of birds, crows and stuff. But additionally, inside certain types of rooms, I have reverb that's like echoing footsteps in a cave and things like that. So it makes the world feel more, I guess, real. Not even less lonely, just more, I guess, authentic without going too overboard. And I'm going to do this so I can keep everything spaced the same. 1, 2, 3. Do that. And that. There we go. Tell you, this would definitely be a nightmare project without these sponges. place a torch. I swear I just did that. Oh, you never noticed the pattern before? 1, 2, 3. One thing that does perplex me is even on a single player map with no latency, no RAM leaks or anything like that, if you place 1,000 sponges, you are going to get about 5% of them to behave wrongly. They will misbehave. And what I mean by that is this first row, everything turned out uniformly except over here. All of these sponges are placed in the same spot or the same height as all of those, everything all the way across, and they're all 3 apart. But over here, the water comes down to here. And over here, for whatever reason, the water doesn't go down that far. And it is a mystery I have yet to figure out the solution for. And when it does that, if I were to start over at that end, I would think, oh, I can place all of my sponges down here and it would cover everything. And for this, I should honestly be able to still do that, but sometimes it'll be one even higher. And if I place the sponge down here, it won't get the top block. And so I have to place additional sponges, and that's going to show up over the next couple hours while I'm doing this. And I just don't understand it. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, that gets rid of the top one this time. And I come over here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, using torches to bring the water level down would work, I suppose. Alright, so these all come to this level. Now I'm going to place this one in. And a couple more. And show that even though they started at a different height, these are all normalizing to this height here. Except even more strangely, now there's that little tongue that comes out. 2 there, 1 there. It's still not uniform, even though the rules for the sponge are supposed to be the same. Oh, hello, Nate. But this one here is the straggler, so it started off with the straggler, but that's okay. Now let's get back to where I was. Let's delete this ocean. Because I have a volcano to build. So, Nate, have you ever seen so many sponges used in legitimate survival before? for their intended purpose, not just building, but for actually clearing out water. Oh, look at that. See? Those go down to that level, and these only go down to that level, and then it goes down, up, up. There was a long stretch over here of uniformity, and then no, that's even more than 5%. I think it's because it's the server that the differences arise more frequently. But even on a perfect game, there's going to be weird little turbulence with the water. And I have tried doing things like instead of placing further down, setting one higher to try to reset where the point of turbulence is. And sometimes that works for a row, but even then it's hit or miss. But I'm going to try it just to see if I can get it to produce some uniformity. One of the things, going back to the sounds, one of the things that there is on one of the settings, and I have no idea which one adds this, because I have a number. For this one I will have to bring it down a little bit. Alright, let's see here. Did that make it uniform this time? At least for the high spot. I don't care about the spillover. Hey! It looks like a zipper. It's nice and uniform. Once. But one of the things that happens is when I'm below the water, there's the vanilla ocean and water sounds, and then there's some other noises that happen. But when you're in the deep ocean, and I have gotten it to happen here, sometimes there are these really long, they're not whale sounds. It sounds to me like it's pretending to be like some sort of eldritch Lovecraftian being just groaning from the depths. Like, I don't know, now I'm gonna drown. Like a void sound, like the cave noises, only for ocean depth. And the first time I heard it, I was just awestruck. It sounded so cool, and I'll probably try to get it to manifest sometime. But right now I want to at least get the first wave of sponges going. But it is a very unique experience, and I've been trying to chase it down and hunt down that sound again, and I don't know where the file is stored. It's probably inside one of the sound jars, and I don't really want to mess with prying it out, so I've just been kind of waiting for it to appear again, because it was like a unicorn rarity. It just, I was working and all of a sudden, whoa, and I just got goosebumps. It was great. And I thought, oh, well, that must be some sort of regular sound. As in, semi-frequent, like recurring on a predictable pattern. Nope. Uh, I I have since I think I've heard it 2 more times, and that's with trying to hear it for hours and hours, like getting more air, going back down to the bottom of the water and waiting some more and getting more air, and then staying down there with the torch and getting air from the torch hole. It just, I couldn't force the sound to happen. There was no regularity to it. But when it did show back up, boy was I happy. Love those sounds. One of my favorite sounds is it's actually, oh, there is Taka. TP accept. Let's see what they think about this area. Are those particle effects? They are. Dragon wings. One of my favorite sounds, though, is the sound of the Cloverfield siren. Also, the Silent Hill siren. That was a good one too. Let's see here. Cloaks. Let's go with Vampire Wings cloaks. Let's just F5. Look at us, just a couple of cloak-wearing fools. Not bad. Streaming the ocean work today. Oh, I'm already down there. Holy cow. This Taka is a friend of Red Reaper, and they have returned after not having been on for quite some time. Yeah, this is the sort of weirdness that happens. This deformation, it doesn't have the little dips in between. It just is smooth, solid water. Very unpredictable. And as far as I can tell, even though this is a 1.12.2 server, as far as I can tell, it has nothing to do with the server version. It has nothing to do with whether or not it's a bucket server or Spigot or any of the later ones. It just, sponges just behave funny. And I cannot figure out how to force them to perform the way I would expect to be predictable. It doesn't matter if I wait a really long time between placing them to make sure that there isn't some sort of latency. It does not matter. It just does weird things with the water physics. Even though it's supposed to clear out a semi-spherical cube around itself of any fluids. Wait, do I still have my wings on? I still have my wings on, don't I? Yep, that's what that was. Let's go cosmetics again, and let's clear that out. Okay. Oh. 3, 3. And that just barely caught the top of that water. Nice. Now there's a little divider, so I can just do this area as a standalone spot. I first encountered these sound mods on some mod packs that I have played some. I don't think there were many sound mods back in the Feed the Beast days, but in the Curse Forge, there were quite a few mod packs that implemented ambient weather sounds and birds and leaves and other natural stuff, and also the blah, blah. Hello, squid. The so I forgot what mod it is that adds the leaf particles, even though it's not really autumn and there aren't actually things falling from the trees. It makes it appear like there is stuff falling from trees. There were a couple of mod packs that just went ham with the I guess adventuring and experiencing the world, and I was introduced to just a whole bunch of them at once, and I tried to get a number of them to work, and it turns out for 1.12.2, while some function, some older ones have ceased functioning, and some newer ones don't. They're not backward compatible, and that makes sense as far as modding goes. Backward compatibility is ultra rare, but I was hoping for a little bit of some extra immersion, but a lot of them, as it turns out, actually do changes not just client side, but they are required, the mods are required to be on the server side. I clicked past where I meant to be. Oh no. Oh, more water. Oh, that's too low for this one. See, this is what I was talking about. Actually, maybe it's not, maybe it's not. I did it on the wrong side. No, it's not. But now I have a sponge there. That's all right. Yeah, I was rather disheartened when I learned that a couple of the mods that I was rather looking forward to need to be installed on the server side for them to work. And that's it for the sponges here. But I'm happy enough with the ones that I did get to work. All right, let's get the next row going. Wow, major lag. What's the lag, Cuddles? Is it server lag or is it my stream lag? Oh, okay. You predicted my question. You are prescient. And precious. Oh, new stack. So after I do this stream, oh, I need to place torches down there, don't I? After I do this stream and take a little break, I'm thinking of an old glitched head. Okay. I'm thinking of streaming probably Star Explorers so that I can start getting a little bit, oh, that's too close. So I can start getting a little bit more stuff up. I am sort of feeling out a rhythm to try to do up to 2 streams a day of a few hours each, and then 1 or 2 videos a week in amongst, oh, that's the wall. Okay, in amongst that. Oh, it would be a new game of Star Explorers. Did I finish going all the way down with the sponges? I did. Let's just put that there. Bonk my head. But there are a number of games that I'm wanting to start streaming. Minecraft, one of them for sure. And I have, oh, well, that was some lag. I have obviously the Duck SMP stuff that I want to do, the bigger projects on here, but I also have a number of bigger projects over on Lightning that I could stream pretty easily. And in addition to that, I would like to see about the viability of streaming some of my mod packs, especially the one that I'm trying to put together, the just nightmare of a mod pack. It is so tough to get started on that, and it's on purpose, and it's fun. The challenge is great, and it makes it so that you have to make some snap decisions to either miraculously not die right at the beginning, or, and this is the more likely one, to time your deaths so that you can corpse hop to a place of relative safety so you can actually get a foothold for starting. Once you get a foothold, you can cower under the ground or something, and it's not as impossible, but the start of the mod pack is just utterly brutal by design. I wanted it to be just a quick slap in the face of, hey, this is not going to be easy, good luck. And it definitely scratches that itch. And I want to stream myself failing hard at getting that mod pack started. I also want to see, I guess, sort of live what manifests out of the mod pack, because there are some things that did I space that wrong? 1, 2, 3. There are some things that I tested and worked well in the mod pack independently, but when combined with everything else, I feel that they are going to show up in mysterious circumstances, and I want to see if I have included things that will break the mod pack, or if they are things that will actually make the mod pack better. What level am I placing? That level? 1, 2, 3. One of the main features of the mod pack is it surrounds the premise that the dark is dangerous. Anything that's dark is dangerous, but necessary. So what I mean by that is, if you spend any amount of time in unlit areas, you get attacked by invisible monsters and you start taking effectively darkness damage. Also, two different things. And on top of that, any light sources you place can be targeted by things to be deleted, or rather knocked off, so that they are no longer emitting light. And so there are only a few kinds of light sources that can't be targeted by this self-removing system. And so you have to design your builds and your activities around staying in the light. But when you're in the overworld, if it is daytime, there is a huge chance of having even worse things happen. If you are in broad daylight, like the mobs mutate, the sun causes massive amounts of damage sometimes, and it is just terrible to be out in the sun. So you want to maybe stay out during the nighttime, but that's even more dangerous. And as the number of days progress, it gets even worse and worse, because eventually there's this one mod that makes it so that there are mobs that will show up even in broad daylight and even right next to the player eventually. So depending on what dimension you're in, you are incentivized to try to make it stay night as long as possible, not sleep the night away. Oh, I was doing it at this height, but I guess that's okay. And bummer, that didn't take that water. And you basically have to just suffer through it, and it is just challenging enough to be fun, But even with that, it's very, very frustrating. Oh, speaking of frustrating. I missed something. 5 of us. Now that I came, what? Okay, whatever. 6. 6 of us. Oh, that reminds me. /kit. Oh. Oh, /kit daily. Let's not forget that. I got a supply crate. Oh, that's something I was going to try to figure out, is how to do the I don't know if the thing that RGA uses at Nightbot or whatever, if that is something that I could inject into Streamlabs, or if that's something that's Twitch or whatever. This is obviously YouTube, so I wouldn't be able to use it if it's a Twitch thing, but I wanted to make some sort of... Oh, hello, creeper. Creeper, oh no. I wanted to make some sort of like a kit giveaway, so that, like, for instance, when my netherite and bedrock and obsidian and all that, when they cool down, if I'm streaming, people could join the stream and also be on Duck SMP and get my cooldown as a oh, I'm near the end, as a like a random chance reward. I should be able to do it at this depth. Like, for instance, have a whether it's a widget on Streamlabs, or if it's something that maybe I could write as a script or something, and anyone who is on here on Duck and also watching the stream, just have it randomly select a name for first netherite and then the next one down, and so on and so forth, as the cooldowns present themselves. So, like, for instance, I would start with netherite today, and then if I stream again before netherite runs out, but after what was it? Bedrock is available again, so netherite may not be available, but bedrock is. I could give away the bedrock kit and that sort of thing. Oh, could use your kits too. Well, thank you, Cuddles. 1, 2, 3. That spot. Honestly, I should have seen that coming. There's a high spot. And there's no more water on that side. So that's something I was wanting to try to figure out a way to do, the kit giveaways. Because I had thought about some sort of first come, first served thing, but I feel like because more people enjoy chance, I feel like giving people who might join the stream later than everyone else, give them a chance to also get the kits that people who join early would otherwise have gotten. So I have gone through different permutations of ideas for how to give them away. I'll settle on something, but for now, it's looking like trying to find something like that Nightbot is the best course of action. Did that? It did. Also, hello, Krishna Bhushan, I'm going to guess is how that's pronounced. Don't know if you're still watching or not, but hello. I'm gonna guess that you're Taka. One, two, three. Yeah, that's this one. There we go. Once I get significantly low, the weird perturbations in the water just really start revealing themselves. Get high, medium, low, and then all the in-between stuff. Makes it so the first couple layers of sponges, real quick, real easy. And then all the subsequent ones become this weird timing nightmare. Hey, that got the high spot. But that won't. I got those. And that's that. I got 2 whole trenches of water with these sponges. Nice. So Cuddles, I presume you are gathering the sponges over there? Yep, there you go. Is there a second hoe over here? That's the question of the day. Nope. Okay. So let's go home, home, and see if I can crash. No crashing. Excellent. And there's no hoe in there. Farming tool? Farming tool. There we go. Home volcano. I was carrying a second hoe around in my head, but I decided to stop doing that for whatever reason. So that's okay. I'm going this direction. Or am I? I am not. It is significantly more moist in this direction. Aha! And here I am. North? That implies I have clouds and sun and compass going. And for right now, there's no way I'm... Ow! Popping the coordinates for at least this part, because we're not... We ought to be claiming as we do the sponges one trench at a time, but we're not. One thing that confuses me, obviously, using the hoe is the appropriate tool for breaking sponges, wet or dry. Ow! But P-weather clear. Ow! P-weather clear should keep it just clear per session. If you have to leave the world and come back, then you would have to redo it again. Well, that's odd. Anyway, about the hoe thing. Clearly, the hoe is the appropriate tool for digging sponges. Because if you do it with anything else, you get, well, that. Wet or dry. But you're using the hoe to do the thing that the hoe is supposed to do, at least as far as breaking sponges is concerned, and you're using the same button that using any other tool would use its durability, but on a hoe, for breaking sponges, the durability does not go down. And I just don't get it. I'm sure there's a good, valid reason for them doing that, but I have no idea what that reason is. Ow. So many different games and their controls. I just tried to sprint with the shift key. Okay. So this world is 10,000 in every direction from 0, 0, which means each side of the map is 20,001 blocks long. That's the entire extent of the world. It can be flown in a matter of it's on the order of minutes. It's not just 1 or 2 minutes, but it is comparatively few minutes. It can be walked in a couple of hours, but it is still only hours. It's not like the millions of blocks of a standard Minecraft world. What that means is there are very limited sea temples on the map. This map, I think it started in 2017, but it might have actually started in 2018 more officially, but we're just going to say it's 2017 just to be safe. And in that time, in just the first few years actually, probably the first year, all the sea temples were raided, all of them. The only sponges in this world exist from people who played on this server at the beginning. And either these sponges that I'm using came from some of those people donating, like actively saying, oh, you have a big, huge project and I'm not using these. Ow, here are some sponges. Or from people finding abandoned bases that have these glorious non-renewable things in them, and then those getting donated or found by myself or Cuddles or whatever. But still, it's the number of sponges in the world is stupendously small. I want to, I would actually like to figure out how many sea temples there are, how many sponges there are, on average per sea temple, and then just see roughly what percentage of those original sponges we actually have that we're using. Because once this ocean project is done, a large number of these sponges are going to be getting used for building some custom things back at the base, some morel mushrooms and things like that, because, you know, spongy morel. But I am actually curious. It's something I have not pursued, and I would love to know if this is half of the world's sponges, most of the world's sponges, or if somewhere out there there's someone who probably will never come back on again that's sitting on the majority of the sponges, and we could have been done in a couple of months rather than half a year or more. Just a curiosity. Ah, I see Cuddles. Hello, Cuddles. Uh. Well, what? Did it somehow go to the other side? No, it did not. Did it just pop into my inventory? I guess it did. It just didn't make a sound. That was bizarre. So, Cuddles. Ow! Why does that happen? The stream has been going for a little over an hour now. Is it looking like it's still working right? Does it look like the stream health is okay? Oh! Marvelous. Okay. Get some sponges drying and clear out the sand. That is not enough torches for what I was going to do. I should have just grabbed more. All right, back to the base. Don't crash. Yay! Bork, you have tons of torches? Well, now so do I. Volcano. Oh. Time before next teleport? Now! I picked the right direction this time. Get that out of there. I don't understand why a capital T is annoying, but if they say so. Maybe. My headcanon, however, is that they are just annoyed by the 20th letter of the alphabet. Wait, is it 20th? Yeah. Right? J is the 10th and T is the 20th, I think. All right. I think what I will do after this wall is desanded, I will see if I can listen for... Oh, I'm full of blocks. See if I can listen for that eldritch groan. Huh. Because certainly there's not going to be enough torches. Okay, now accept my torch. Thank you. Vehicle fell from a high place. This causes the host to die. But honestly, that's probably one of their fast travel forms. Or they're clumsy. If keep inventory weren't on, this would probably be a pretty miserable server. I don't want to randomly place blocks from my hotbar. I just want to empty my inventory, please. Thank you all. Oh, torches, more torches. Oh, well, I'll keep some of that. Get rid of that. There we go. People like challenges. And sometimes they find themselves in a situation where they, like for instance on this server, they are playing because it is where people they enjoy playing with spend time, but it is not challenging enough for them and they want to come up with their own little personal challenges to do things. Like I've seen people do the 1 health challenge for Minecraft where if you take a single point of damage, you die. And it's a lovely challenge. First couple of times doing it, you lose your world because you jumped down more than 3 blocks, or you didn't realize that standing up in a certain position makes you take a tiny amount of suffocation damage. But then, once the routine is figured out, it becomes a fun little challenge. It's still a challenge, but then they find that they want to play on a server like this or in other circumstances, and there's no way to actually implement that challenge because the game rules themselves are different. On here, you couldn't just keep yourself at 1 health all the time, and even if you could, you would have to manually choose not to rejoin. It would have to be do something to get banned if you wanted to make sure that you couldn't rejoin. So self-imposed challenges are a way of spicing things up, especially for people who don't like to focus on one aspect or another of the game. Some people, for instance, aren't all that interested in building, and they just want to do PvP, and more power to them. Not my cup of tea, but it has its merits, I suppose. And if you're in a claim on this world, you can't be in PvP. And that, I'm sure, bums those people out. And so they spend all of their time, if they are on a world like this, they spend all of their time looking for opportunities to PvP outside of claims. We've watched it happen lots of times. While there are worlds that are on the server, even on factions, that's the name of it. On factions, PvP is encouraged. It is the driving force behind the faction server and some other servers as well. But this is just standard SMP. It isn't necessarily PvP driven. So they find a little niche that they like. To challenge themselves in their own little way. And as long as they're not really hurting anyone, I suppose it's all in good fun. We've got ourselves a comedian. Ultimately, much of this island is going to get wiped out anyway, but I'll just use the shovel for the rest of this. Oh, oops. Keep the gravel. Yeah, the stone is on top of the islands, and yeah. Oops. Did it again. Super powerful shovel is super powerful. Using the thunderclap. That's probably true, honestly. That was a lot of sound. There we go. All right. How's this coming along? Oh, these chunks have been unloaded, haven't they? Oh, no. Well, looks like I'm going to listen for whale song. Or whatever that is. I suppose I have to stay next to this. All the way down. And just keep my torch handy for air. If you're wondering why I'm not drowning as fast as I ought to be, it is because I redeemed a token to get a special item. And that item is my space helmet. Greetings, fellow space travelers. Respiration 3. Apparently, because that's as high as it's going to go. Apparently, anything at 4 or above, sometimes 4 does work, but not always. But 4 and above, it causes weird things to happen, including potential crashes, and so they didn't want to do respiration 10 or anything like that. So I get to do this because 1.12.2 has instant air. This is like watching the grass grow, only it's like listening to the water flow. I hope it manifests. Oh, see, that's the problem with playing on a 119 launch. I have to stay near the furnaces. Is it thinks that I can do the 113 and above swimming, even though this is 1.12.2 server. I'm really hoping for the whale song, or whatever that is, the Lovecraftian groans. Oh, the reason why I have light is not because I'm holding a torch. It's, well, not just because I'm holding the torch. It's because my space helmet is in fact a beacon which gives off light. I have Optifine, which allows... Oh. That was a sound. Which allows light to be emitted around the player when they are holding light, or you can also do things like zooming in. It's nice. Oh, that's beach waves I don't know if I'm going to hear the deep ocean sound near the beach waves. Hey, air. Not looking hopeful. I would call Donny Bob's many things, and normal would never be one of them. Ah. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. Oh, hey Subface, what is going on? I just looked over and saw you joined the chat. Where am I at? I'm out at the ocean. And you are not on. Ah, now you're on. What's up, Subface? Also, thank you for the podzol. And other stuff. Honestly, I think thank you for the birch more than the podzol, because podzol you can get in minutes. That birch, though, that's a labor of love there. Or spite. Oh, I can't leave the area. I was going to start digging sand walls. I can't leave the area. Let's see here. Is there anything that I could be doing at the base? I know what I could be doing at the base. I'm going to take some of these sponges and I'm going to cook them at the... Hi. I'm going to cook them at the base. And then while I'm there, I will be chopping trees because we need some more logs anyway. Home, home. Oh, oh. Hey, I crashed. Uh-oh. I don't have the image. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Sources. Add a source. Image. Add source. Let's see here. This one. That. Why is it all funny? Let's see. This is why I'm doing a sort of a test stream. Fit to screen. There we go. I crashed. Well, that was unfortunate. See, I thought I had that set up right. And oh, I think I better understand what has happened. This needs to, I think, go down in priority. Let's see here. How do I... No, that's not it. That's not it. Well, I can at least do this. I'll have to figure out how to organize these properly afterwards because I can't seem to drag and drop these items around. The image is supposed to not be visible while the game window is up. Hello. The QR code is a song. I know exactly what that is. All right, let's get some of this cooking here and that. And I'll just go one in each of these. And let's get chopping. If I hadn't gotten this to work right again, I might have... Why isn't this grown? Weird. I might have actually ended the stream. Let's see here. I don't think... I think what's happening is when you're on Cuddles, sometimes it recognizes that you're on, and that's when it decides to move. I think it's just a hiccup, like a ghost in the machine. But I want to believe that someone is just having a giggle. Why so much lightning? Is there lightning? I thought I could hear when lightning goes off. Well, thunder. You don't hear lightning. He does jump to odd places. That is true. I mean, maybe as you're moving around, he tries to locate to the nearest block, and then when that fails, he tries to locate to the nearest top block above where you were. I don't know. I'm just throwing darts here. It is utter mystery. If it is a mod that has just taken a liking to having fun with you and moving the dog around, that's hilarious. That's awesome and adorable. But I I think that there's a simpler answer, and it is a bug. But I do agree it it does move around to some weird places that don't seem to follow any discernible rules. Did I leave a log? No, I did not. I need so much spruce. With the current plan that I have for building the wall, there's subface. I need less dark oak than my original plan, so I don't have to worry about chopping down as many dark oak trees. But, oh, I'm stuck. There we go. But the trade-off is I do still need tons and tons of spruce. Okay. This axe is so lovely. No? What did I miss? Do wild? Oh. Oh, and that just hasn't grown. Has it not grown because of these leaves? Oh, that's what it is. That's hilarious. So they went to wild. The question is, will they return? Is that a torch? That was a torch. Why was that a torch? Ah, that's why that was a torch. Do I have... Yeah, I've got a stack. I've got 2 stacks. And I only need 1. Actually, I need less than 1. Because this never grew. Oh, they came back! What is being talked about is at spawn for this world, there is a big holographic sign that tells players information about how to get around and what to do on the server. And let's see here, fix all, ender chest, put this away. Actually, while I'm here at the base, I'll pull these guys out because I don't need to be carrying them. And oh, wrong chest. I'll be back here. I can probably teleport to somewhere nearby and then walk down here, but let's see here. Spawn. A brand new player who joins the server for the first time. This is what they see. And there is only one command visible. There's no slash there. There's only one command visible on this information screen. And that is /wild. And that's the middle. So in addition to it being the only one with the slash, it's also in the middle. So it's the first thing that anyone will see at the middle bottom, because this is eye level. People look up last. So people don't use /RTP. They use /wild and then they never come back, because /wild is a whole other server. It is 1.19. It has all the lovely 1.19 blocks. And it is just somewhere else. And people look at all this and they go, oh, well, this is better. This is more the modern stuff. This is what I wanted to play anyway. And so they see that and never come back. They either never know that they can come back or they just choose to never come back. But what they're talking about is this sign needs to be changed so that it says only use /RTP and get rid of this /wild. This has been a known problem for quite some time. It is unlikely to change, but this is responsible for losing many people to the other server. I've actually seen people join on here, on Duck, and they vanish. I say hi, they say hi, and then they're gone. So out of curiosity, I go over to wild, and they are there. More than half of the time they are there on wild. And then it takes a lot of convincing to get someone to come back. So this right here drives everyone away from this Keystone server. It's unfortunate, but honestly, it does make it so that the people who know about this server and like the server don't have to worry about there being 50 people on causing a ruckus all the time. So it's kind of a trade-off. But yeah, they need to get rid of the /wild on here as a random teleport kind of thing. You can still do /wild if you want to go to the wild server, but that's what's going on. Back to the base. Home tree. I mean, home tree, because I typed it in all caps. See, I can come up here and then I can go the rest of the way to the house manually. Oh, and in case you are watching and want to donate to the cause of me building stuff here at the house, there is a place to do donations. Just drop the stuff in there and it eventually works its way down into storage way far down below. Ends up in a chest here. Alright, so that's done cooking. That's nearly done. That means that this should be about a stack left. I'm going to take out half and half and then half again and half again. And then I'm going to divide this between these. Oh, it's only 4, so I'll just do that and then that and that and that. Yeah, that should be okay. That's nearly done. While that's going, I will grab a couple of shulkers and take the spruce logs that are down there and put them in storage. And this. And again. And then one more for each of you. Name them and put them away. Spruce logs. Paste. And log. What was that one? It was over here, wasn't it? Clear blocks. Clear glass blocks. Right. I'm going to move a dub chest of clear glass blocks down. I need a sign. Is that That's the trap chest. This is normal chest. Let's go ahead and put some clear glass down in secondary storage. I'll just put it here. Clear glass. And back up. All right. I think the best bet for this is to put these where how Quack is going. Quack is another server. Or doing, not going, but same thing. Pretty much every server on Duck or Performium is about the same general population as this one, with the exception of Lightning, or Wild. Wild is usually completely full. When I went to go over there, it allowed me to go over only because of my rank. It seemed like it was full. In fact, I'm surprised that that one player, whose name I have already forgotten, actually managed to get on to Wild, because if it's full, I don't think gray names are allowed on. I might be wrong on that. Oh, that's right. Placed chests retain their name. So that's unstackable. Bizarrely. That and the funny named items chest. And that is sponges done. There. Now I can go back. Home volcano. All right. Let's do some more sponging. What's up, subface? Go to player report and scroll. There's weird names. Escape? I don't. Oh, player reporting. Yeah, I will probably not do that just in case there's something that I don't want on stream. If I want to player report, I can hit P. If you're talking about these character names, those are placeholders. That is to allow for players to have slots on the server to join, as I have been told. I don't know if hitting P is the same thing as what you're talking about, but I'm going to assume that's the same thing. Also, you can do the same thing by bringing up the chat and holding tab, and it will go through the massive list of player names, air quotes. Like you can have Skull, and you can actually, I think this is a way to, I haven't tested this, but I think this is a way to enter the weird characters. I'm not allowed to use that character set on the server. Okay, yeah. So you can't even use the characters in chat. I was curious about that actually. That's the first time I tried that. Yeah, it's the same thing. If you hit tab, it has all these placeholders for black faces. And otherwise, like if you go to lightning, I can actually show you that. Lightning. If you go to lightning and you do the same thing, you hit tab, it doesn't have that. It shows just two names, and it doesn't try to have placeholders for players to join too because of the way it's structured. And so this is probably specifically to the early versions. They needed to have a a bookmark for a player to join, and then once they joined, it would shuffle the name around in this list, in the tab list, and it would assign them a location alphabetically. I think what it is a means to alphabetize and keep actual player names at the top of the list while still having empty space for more players. And I'm sure it was much more useful when this server had 50 people on all the time. But now it's kind of funny to just see all of the blank faces, and when you see all the names, that's actually what those phantom players are named, just to hold a spot. So that's what that is. Alright, let's delete this ocean. One reason I wanted to do this on stream, the ocean. Oh, this is an example. P, weather, clear. I know it's not raining yet, but, you know, let's go ahead and P, time at noon. Have to do that every time I rejoin. But one of the reasons why I wanted to do the ocean clearing on a stream was to give a sort of feel for how arduous this task actually is. This is, with a lot of practice, this is clearing out one of these trenches in about 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. It's not a quick task. Welcome back, Ugg. Wait, you're not Ugg, you're Uga. Says so right at the beginning of the stream. Uga blah. So some... Oh, really? Stupid little lag hiccup. Throwing off my rhythm. So I was going to say... No, no, come back. My sponges. My cabbages. I was going to say that I am pleased to announce that some of my stream anxiety has evaporated. Even having the little hiccup of it going derp has not dampened my mood or perspective on doing the streaming. So that's a good thing. Anxiety is just a terrible thing. It really is. You don't get to choose what you're anxious over. Your body and your brain just goes, danger, problem, and you just have to figure out what's going on. Usually it's absolutely nothing. It's just, we just feel like it. Anxiety now. Ugh, it's awful. I know you know what I'm talking about, Cuddles. You've got anxiety. I watched, that's the formula for the slope of a line, yes. I watched, I don't think it was SciShow. It was, are these pretend sponges? These are pretend sponges. I don't remember what channel it was, but I watched a special on, it was like one of those hour-long specials or hour and 45-minute, whatever, on the nature of anxiety. And there are different, like, innumerably different causes of anxiety. Some of it is environmental exclusively, like a person may not normally have anxiety, but a situation causes them to have anxiety. That's classified under natural anxiety or however they termed it. But then there's the just brain chemistry and or chemistry imbalance, I should say. And then there is something like confusion-based anxiety, and it's just this whole thing. And what was interesting about it is the effect of the anxiety is the same no matter what the source is. So if you have anxiety because you're being chased by a lion, or if you have anxiety because it's Monday, or you have anxiety because you just remembered you have toes, or whatever causes you to have the anxiety, the effect in the brain is the same for virtually everyone. It's the same anxiety. And it is unavoidable and can only be sort of treated. You can tone down the anxiety sensation, but the causes will still be there and you'll still have some level of anxiety. But there's some medication that makes some people, not everyone, have an easier time at it, but even that's not universal, because everyone's brain chemistry is different. And I just thought it was interesting. I know it's not SciShow. I know it's not Nova. I don't even know the last time I watched a thing on Nova on YouTube. I don't even know if they still put stuff up. They probably do. No, I don't remember the channel. And I'm not going to go snooping around either. Because this was months ago, and I'm not going to scroll that far back through my watch history. Just to try to find one video out of thousands. So what's going on down here? Trying to find your claim and have to press up arrow. Ah, okay. So why are we doing line slopes? And just so you know, I haven't actually seen that equation written down in probably 20 years. So that showing up randomly in chat opened up vaults of memories from my brain. That was a weird sensation of nostalgia. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Silly phantom sponges. Alright. I'm just going to do it at this level here. And if there's an oddball off to the right, I'll deal with it when I get to it. So apparently there's a widget on Streamlabs where I hear drowning. Cuddles. Cuddles, why are you drowning? Cuddles. No, no, no. I thought she went AFK. I was going to have to build... Hello? Oh, you didn't bob your head back up. Or you did, and I got you. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, the Streamlabs. There is a way to have an animated placeholder card, like when my game crashed and it went black screen, and then I put in the image that I made in Paint. That RGA, I know, and a couple others have one where it's got animations and it's got like a little window inside the window, and it does things like scrolling text and whatnot. And as far as I understand, that is part of the Streamlabs subscription options for the people who pay the $20 a month or $149 a year or whatever it is. So I'm going to look into all those little things and see what it takes to do what. I saw something about a widget for just built-in Streamlabs stream music, so I don't have to be playing a song that I have to be loading from online while I'm trying to upload the stream to the internet, because I'm not entirely sure that my internet's going to be happy with that. I have kind of rubbishy internet, which is another reason why I wanted to do this test run of Minecraft. The real test will be when I do Skyrim, I think. That's going to be the one that's going to have the biggest bitrate tanking. Cuddles, I'm not sure if you're paying overly close attention. But speaking of the hang in there, I'm going to fly up here really quick. The cats just did something. I'll be right back. So, no huge mess. It wasn't too important this time. It was just the recycling. The cats knocked over the recycling can, which, not a huge deal. Last time I heard a noise similar to that, though. One of the cats basically there is a 99% chance it is one and a 1% chance it is the other. And the chance is in the favor of the one that's surprisingly more graceful. Pandora, our girl cat, is a brat who likes to just run into things and springboard off of stuff, and the less graceful is a mostly blind male tuxedo cat that is named Dracula, and he is the most lovey cat in the world, and he's generally very careful. So my suspicion is the event was caused by Pandora. But whatever the case, what happened was I heard the noise and I went out to investigate, and all over the place were the contents of the litter box. I'm so glad that we don't have the dry clay litter box, and instead we have the cedar chips as our litter, because the clay would have been an even bigger nightmare. And I was afraid that they had been a repeat offender and had upended their toilet again. I was very relieved to find out that in fact it was just some plastic and cardboard and some other various paper and things that had been dumped out of the recycling container. Relief. But that goes back to the whole conversation about anxiety. When it happened, all the alarms in my brain went, problem, problem. We are, as humans, not designed for having to be always on guard. Oh, I went too fast that time. Oh well. The stress and anxiety responses that we have over non-life-threatening situations actually cause... That time I didn't move as fast as I wanted to. Oh well. Actually cause physiological harm. And that whole mentality of just relax, man, doesn't work that way. Anxiety is a nightmare. Uh-oh. Server restarting. Okay. Let's see who comes back. It'll be down for about 30 seconds or so, 45-ish, as the server restarts. This is an opportunity for me to take a drink, and this would have been the perfect opportunity for me to go check on what the cats did. The cats are just terrible at timing, or they do it on purpose and they're perfect at it. Either way. Hub 2. Hub 2 has a Cuddles. Hey, look, it's Real-Time MC and Buildermaster. I see them occasionally on RGA's streams. Oh, hey, Cuddles, did you notice I am now level 38? I just today got the, what was it called? The ninja suit leggings. You have lava drips. What's a cosmetic I can play with? Let's go with gadgets, visual, poop bomb. That's new. What's poop bomb? Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what else I have. That's new for me. I know what the cookies is, know what that is. Diamond shower, know what that is. Cryo tube. Cryo tube just spits me out the side, unfortunately. All right, what about musical? I still only have the jukebox gadget. Movement, still only have the paint trail and the parachute. Mobs and NPCs, I still only have the exploding sheep and the catapult. And 5. I have 5 items. Magic 9 ball. Trollololol. Oh, I must wait. Let's catch a fish. Okay. What else have we got here? Fortune cookie, sand castle, barbecue grill, and pocket beach gadget. I've got a few new things. Okay. And Subface has those wings. Let's see here. The wings that I enjoy are, let's see here, that's cloaks, are these. The vampire. Oh. Hey, it's Exalted One. Oops. So what is this? This is one of the animated heads. That's what it must be. Wah! Paintballs! I bet Duck has returned. Duck is back online. Bye, Hub 2. I've got work to do. Oh. P weather clear and P time at noon. So I think the plan is going to be for tonight for me to finish placing these sponges, clear them out, get them cooking again, and then take a small break, and then either stream again with a different game on here or do a private stream to test some of the other games that I am planning on streaming. Either way, I do need to figure out why I can't move the image card, the hang in there thing, why I can't move that down below in importance, below the game capture. For some reason it is taking precedence and won't let me move it. Maybe it'll, it might be one of those things where it'll let me move it when I'm not streaming. That's a hope I can hold out for. But if that's not the case, I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that, because I don't want it to just defer to a black screen for sure, but I also don't want the preferential screen to be the hang in there card so that I have to manually click it every time. I want it to be able to come up, like if I crash, I want it to just be there. Everyone has returned. I think Taka was on here before I was. Oh, sure, that's right. You sent me that picture saying you wanted to be up to a certain point on the project for the week. Yeah. There's Cuddles. All right. See that, this distance, one gap. That was the lowest I could go. But on this side, I need to go here if I'm going to be effective at all, and that's more than ample for the high spots here. And this gap is 2. So even just right there, it demonstrates how weirdly these sponges behave. I just don't get it. Oh, lag. You wish the ground was made of the only thing you need. Food? Strawberry milkshakes? Oh, you need spruce wood? Why do you need spruce wood? I would offer you mine, but I am in such a deficit of spruce wood that I can't reasonably part with any significant amount right now. I could give you a few stacks if you need some. One, two, three, there. Oh, your big tree. That's right. Is that gonna be? Yeah, that'll be okay, I think. Yeah, that order of magnitude, I cannot supply you with that many logs. Because as you may recall, The entire border around the base is getting turned into tree bark. Oh, this is going to be cutting it close. I'm not sure that there will be quite enough sponges for this. Those little islands aren't there blocking the way, and so... Oh, hello. Am I still... I did not turn off my... cosmetics. Clear. There we go. Another one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and get the stream train rolling is because I want to see if stream public hours watched count towards my overall hours watched, because I can't monetize on YouTube anymore until I get 4,000 hours of watch time in a 1-year period. Now, what's frustrating about that is way back when I first started YouTube, I was making hundreds of dollars a month and everything was just peachy, and then the adpocalypse as it were, happened, and I went from making up to $700 in a month to making $4.50 in a month with the same number of views, the same number of subscribers, actually more views and more subscribers because I was still putting out stuff. And it was basically maintaining about $4.50 a month until the new restructuring happened. And that was a few years back. They made it so that in order to continue being monetized, you had to meet this list of criteria. And I met all of them long ago and still meet them, but they made it so that you have to have, for your videos, you have to have, in the course of one 365-day period, you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. Or now, if you do shorts, you have to have 10 million views of your shorts in 1 year. And I'm not doing shorts. It's at least not for a very long time, not until I am comfortably going along with my rest of my stuff. And my goal, apart from the normal one of getting 2,000 subscribers, which I got yet another new subscriber today. I'm very happy to see the family of space travelers growing. I also want to get to the point where I can remonetize my videos. Chances are it's probably going to still be that $4.50 a month, but I believe in the premise that is stated in, I'm going to paraphrase it, but it's on Firefly. I do a job, I get paid. I did the work. I have 1 million views, almost 1 million views on my channel. And I don't get to monetize my channel? Question mark? I mean, I get why they did it. They wanted to weed out the channels that are just drivel. They wanted to make sure that the people who are uh, getting monetized are the people who are getting the views. And I understand that. From a business perspective, it makes perfect sense. However, if I was at least bringing in any amount of revenue, any is always better than none. And if it's even just I'm receiving $4.50 a month. That means that they're receiving at least $30 a month from me. They get way more. At least at the last time I looked at the numbers way back when. But they have their reasons, and I understand that I'm going to have to play by the rules of the game. So, in order to test one aspect of that, I am going to start streaming regularly. Don't know if Taka was watching the stream or not, so typing is best. Alright. That water's gone. That water's gone. Oh. Oh, I thought it was completely done. But this is close. Puwaitan Master? Also, due to the nature of this being a server, I cannot control what happens in chat, and so, therefore, my streams and any streams in a public server should never be marked as for kids. A very important thing. I won't use profanities because I have my own scruples. But I cannot and do not wish to control. Ow! I do wish to control the ow. I cannot, nor do I wish to control people and their choices in language usage, no matter how much I may joke about it, especially when people say sherbet instead of sherbet. People hate it when I point out that there's no second R in sherbet. Why do I take damage? I don't know. I don't know why I take damage. I think what it is, it tries to desync, or it tries to sync up whether or not there's a block there as I'm falling, and it says, hey, isn't there supposed to be a block here? Yeah. Oh wait, no, there isn't. But then my end says, I just took damage, and the server goes, oh, I don't care what you took damage from. Here's some damage. So it's just this weird thing that happens. And it has, I'm sure it has a lot to do with that whole, I break it, and it reappears and then it breaks. Which is why I can't do a whole row of these, but I can do them one at a time. And also the falling into pain is inconsistent. Yeah, you have way better internet. My internet is awful, which is why I've been doing so much of this test runs. My computer's fantastic. My internet is just the worst. I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as, say, Elmaze's used to be. Whoa. But now, Elmaze's is better than mine. Honestly, if I can get to a point regularly having a certain threshold of patronage and like stream donations and things like that, if I can get to a point like that, or book sales or whatever, combination of all the above, I am planning on looking into getting different and better internet. Ooh, I almost dug the sand. Ah, I left a sponge. Bad sponge. But for right now, I'm stuck with what I've got. I just have to work with it. Hello? Ah, there's the Zam baby. Give me your life essence. Now, I think... Ah, pwn. Ah, I see. I think that even the baby zombies, if they do manage to pick up an item, if you... Ow! If you unalive them, they will drop whatever it is that they've picked up, I think. Same goes for any armor that they are wearing or anything like that, the armor that they've picked up. But I don't think that applies to things that just spawn armored. I believe those guys will maybe, if you're very lucky, drop an armor piece, but in my experience, it's very seldom. Ow! That one sounded like it hurt. Ow again! And see, here's the thing. I've got 5 bars. I've got full connection. So there's just this tiny little desync that I suspect is happening. And the communication between my end and the server, it says, no, there's a block there, take damage. And then the server goes, take damage? Aye, sir. And unfortunately, the networking snafus also seem to apply to my phone as well. Because the internet and the phone go through the same service. I will spend like all day not getting any messages or any calls or anything, and then I'll get up and go to another room in my house, and or like, I don't know, maybe an off chance someone with the same network will drive in front of my house, and oh, I forgot to break that one. And then all of a sudden, I'll get just this fleet of missed calls and text messages and all kinds of other stuff. So I have very strong belief that it has to do with my network. And that's why I keep taking the tick damage and lots of other weird things that happen. It's the only thing I can think of. Ow! I'd like to pretend that what it is these sponges are still alive because, you know, sponges are actually alive. These probably really wouldn't be, but I like to pretend that because we live in this magical Minecraft world, that these sponges are still alive. And me breaking them, they say ow, and they slap back. Hello! Hi! Hi! Gonna shoot me? Well, let's just prevent that from happening there. Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha ha! I should probably have torched. But some of them are spawning on the sponges, and I'm not going to torch the sponges as I go. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous! Oh, the whole getting just this fleet of messages all at once. Yeah, if I had a smartphone, I'm sure that it would be even more hilarious. I would get all my notifications only when I get up to go get a drink or use the bathroom or something. I would get up and all of a sudden my phone would explode. Thankfully, I have a dumb phone, so a lot less happens. However, I've had my number for a good many years, and so my number, it is just in probably every call list and spam database in the world. I will say one thing, though. Partway through 2020, for whatever mysterious reason, I just stopped getting 5 spam calls a day. No idea what could have happened during that time to make it stop. No idea at all. It'll always be a mystery. But it has never resurged. I might get 3 a week now. It's great. I feel like someone went through and deleted my number from all the lists. Oh, that's something. I didn't test it on 1.12.2. but I did test it elsewhere, and if you put a sponge in a furnace, a wet sponge in a furnace, and then take the fuel out of the fuel slot and instead put an empty bucket, when the sponge cooks, the bucket will fill with water. I've not tested it on here, but I have tested it on 119 and it works. And that is just really cool. I mean, it's not as useful as, well, anything really, but it's a neat mechanic. I honestly can't think of a reason for that to be useful, honestly. Recently, I've been getting a whole bunch of, I guess, church-related or something. I honestly have no idea why, but one thing that I used to do for money is I was a transcriber, and I used to get paid to turn recorded audio into text narrative, and I was uh, I I got awards for it, and I was at the top of the, let's say, the class or whatever you want to call that. But I stopped doing it regularly because it got to the point where trying to keep up with it and uh, keep a reasonable pace to get paid at a reasonable rate, because I eventually was working for someone, not for myself. Uh, I was starting to have lots of damage to my hands and wrists from all uh, the very specific rates of typing that I would need to do in order to make it viable for income. And now that I'm getting these church-related spam texts and calls, I am responding in kind by saying, thank you for getting back to me on my offer to do transcription work. Here are my rates. I will, because you are a church, I'll do this rate for the first hour, and then every minute after that, this rate. And every new number that has tried to get me to join their church or whatever has magically stopped pestering me once I mention the whole, oh yeah, I'd love to get paid by you to do work for your business. What? Oh, you shot me and then died. If you are watching my screen, that little thing there, that message is, I have a mod that makes it so that when I'm placing blocks, I can, like, if I want to have like variegation and I want it to be mostly stone, but a couple cobble and some stone bricks and maybe a couple other things, I put things in my hotbar, and then I hit the activation button, and it scrolls through my hotbar randomly to place a block. So it'd be like dirt, 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 cobble, dirt, gravel, dirt, and I don't have to keep going manually selecting numbers on my uh, keyboard or scrolling the mouse. It's quite the quality of life improvement. And while there is only one circumstance I can think of where it would be giving advantage, and that would be doing build contests. Let it be known that I have no interest in doing build contests. And even if I did, I wouldn't be using this. I like to do my own builds if I'm doing a build contest legitimately. Not a huge fan of cheating. Not a fan of cheating at all, in fact. Ow. But if you're wondering why it keeps cropping up, it's because the R key is right next to the T key. Actually, I've also pressed it when I've tried to open the inventory. So it's right between the E and the T and R. I should honestly just, I don't know, move it over to the semicolon or something, but I'm lazy. So you exploded, huh? I hope that you did not lose much. Ow. Ow. Sand and gravel went away. I don't know where we're going to find more of that stuff. Ding. Oh, this is where I shot the thing. Okay. That would have had to be quite the blast for it to break through and get the sponges, I think. I'll look. I'll see if there's any obvious gap. And if there is, c'est la vie. Que sera, sera. But yeah, definitely after taking these sponges down, oh, standing on it, huh. But definitely after taking these sponges down, I am going to finish up this stream. Ow! And go snoop through the kitchen for some food. Ow! That muffled walking noise, that has to be a slime hopping around. I don't think that's the heavy footsteps of a cow. I really don't. Especially based on the movement of that little nameplate. I'm pretty sure. So I think I know what I'm going to make myself for dinner. Lunch, whatever you want to call it. And it is the last batch of this thing that I have. I got myself a package of the standard little rectangle ramen packets, and it was the chicken ramen. Then I got some eggs, hard-boiled those. Have some shredded cheddar cheese, and I grow the green onions. And so I made myself a nice little ramen soup, but also I have been adding to each one of these soups, I've been adding 4 chopped up cooked chicken nuggets for that extra chickeny oomph. And let me tell you, it's enjoyable. Honestly, I need to start eating more of the green onions. We've got like 3 or 4 plants basically fully bloomed out and everything. And one of them needs to be split in half to be 2 separate plants at this point. Ah! Nope. No. No. Angry baby green villager. He's so angry. I keep seeing the water droplets and thinking, oh no, did I miss some water down that direction? No, it's just drips attached to the sponge I'm looking at. But yeah, Cuddles, I don't think that any of the sponges were deleted in the explosion. I think it's all good. I didn't see any evidence of it. I mean, I see where the explosion happened, at least the side and general area, but I didn't see any missing sponges there. Or I didn't notice any, I should say. Ow! What's really funny is this actually does count as damage when I get the micro suffocation event. It counts as actual damage to my character. This is a task of blood, sweat, and tears. Ow. Now imagine you're playing this on like a super hyper virtual reality, augmented reality and everything, and you're wearing a bodysuit, and when you take suffocation damage, it has these little impact things that flick on, and so you take a tick of damage and you really go twitch. Ow. Or you jump off of a thing and when it lands, it has little impact on your feet. Have I ever played VR? I have never played modern VR. I have, in fact, I have, in fact, played Virtual Boy, and the very few games that were made for it. You can't see me right now, but I'm rolling my eyes. What a mess of a... I'll be generous and call it a console, because technically, it's a console. Ow. But it was, quote, ahead of its time. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was garbage. It was a clever idea if it had been implemented properly, but they could have put a little bit more thought into it. It was the most pain-inducing, literally pain-inducing causing eye strain and also facial and neck issues and things like that. Virtual Boy was just, it was awful. But as far as modern VR, I have not. I would love to be able to play fully modded Skyrim and fully modded Minecraft in VR if I can use that that rig where you are standing and you are kind of in the middle of this hoop and you have to actually physically walk in order to walk. I would play that so hard. I would lose weight. It would be the best exercise program ever because I would definitely stream that. But I am too broke. Also, there is no space anywhere in here for me to set up that rig. And that's definitely not something that I would leave out in the common area where the cats can get to. One in particular, Pandora, will chew on anything she deems chewable. She's a brat, is what she is. I did not hear the pop of me picking that up. I hope I picked that up. It'll be their new bed. No, it'll be their new vomitorium. Oh, yeah. Actually, vomitorium is something else. Yeah, the multi-direction treadmill thingy. Yeah. No, actually, what would probably end up happening is I've got a bum hip, but I really would like to try to see if I can use the omnidirectional treadmill setup. And so I would attempt it for a while until the pain got too much and then I'd have to stop. Why, you might ask, do I have a bum hip? I got clobbered by a car one year about a decade ago whilst on my way to go look for work. I was just a few hundred feet from my house and I got ragdolled. And they didn't stop either. All right, almost done here. Wee. Hello, Snoopy. One was on purpose, huh? Well, I will warn, be careful what you admit. In case you say anything self-incriminating, take heed. All right. let's see here. Actually, I don't know why I'm being careful with those. 2 stacks there, 2 stacks there, stack there, and 5 there. There we go. Everything in. And heal. And I'll just put this spare hoe in the various. Actually, no, I'll just put it in the output chest, or output shulker, rather. And that way it is near the sponges. Oh, hey, Cuddles, you know what you could do? Here, let's see. And boop. And put that there. And put that there. That way it all goes into one. Ta-da! Now, if only we could 3-way split that single chest efficiently. I mean, there's a way to do it. It's uneven and it's awkward and it uses way too many hoppers and different angles and stuff, but there's a way to sorta almost do it, kinda, a little. And sponge. After doing those 2 rows, I was down to like almost half a stack left. That was cutting it close. On the subject of getting hit by a car, it was actually the second time in 6 weeks that I had gotten hit. Because 6 weeks prior, I'd gotten hit again, or I'd gotten hit first by someone else. And that time it wasn't so much ragdolled, I was spun around like a top, and that was the thing that obliterated my shoulder. And then about 6 weeks later, I felt like I could at least move around enough to go try again to get another job. And then I got hit by the second person, and I took it as a sign from the universe. Find something else to do. Fun times. You're dying of tiredness. Oh no. Well, how convenient. I'm about to wrap up the stream. So I don't know how. It says I have 1 viewers, so that's probably wrong. Because I suspect I have at least 2. And not wear that shirt again. Yeah, it was the same shirt both times. I don't have that shirt anymore, in fact, so I can't. It was one of my favorite shirts, and so I wore it to death. Almost literally. But yeah, I'm going to actually have to figure out how, if I'm going to be doing something different for closing up these streams. I know, obviously, I'm going to have to like do little reminders, like little pop-up messages partway through that say, remember to subscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to have to figure out how to get that going. But at the end of the video, I'm going to have to figure out a script, I guess, for mentioning to subscribe and to check out the Discord and take a look at the Patreon if they want, or use the Streamlabs to donate or tip or whatever that's called. I think it's tips. and leave links for checking out my books and other stuff like that. I'm gonna have to figure out a script for all of my self-promotion nonsense, but for today, this is just a test run. So I guess this is it for this stream, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I'm going to be doing for dinner. So thanks to you guys for watching, and if there's anyone in the future watching this on YouTube, when this is in, I think it's called VOD, Video on Demand. I think that's what it is. Uh, Hi, welcome, and I will do my normal parting. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them down below. If you like this video, do give it a like. I appreciate it, and it does help. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so that we can get that subscription up past 2,000. That's the immediate goal, and I am so excited to see that number ticking up. It's so nice. So, thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.